Hey guys, Mark Rodriguez here, and this is another episode of TMNT Unboxing. And yeah, I'm going to show off some of the turtle figures here. I usually show off at least 3 figures from the TMNT Nick line, the one that's taking place now, the newer line, whatever you want to call it. And one of the figures is already open from a previous toy line before, because I've owned some figures before in the past. So here's some of them right now. And so let me start off with the rare figure from the past. We've got Master Splinter, the version from the 2017 movie made by Imagi, and yeah, pretty cool figure there. It's a pretty cool design. I don't know, I just never really cared for the Master Splinter design for the 2003 cartoons. I never really bought it. So right off the bat, we got Splinter here again, like I said, based on the 2007 Imagi movie, and yeah, voiced by Mako. This is basically Mako's last performance. He's been in some movies and stuff, and he's also known for making the voice of Aku from Samurai Jack. And yeah, he came with this his usual cane here. There's a cool cane there, and he came with this weird stick thing that comes with a grappling hook or whatever the hell. So I just wrapped it around his cane. It's like, ain't no one got time for that noise. But yeah, he has basic articulation. You can open his arms and stuff like that, and his legs are pretty, like, based on his belt, you can't really move them. But the good thing is that he's spread out enough so he could stand properly, so that's pretty cool. And if not, one thing I like about characters with canes and stuff, that does add extra support. So there he is. He's pretty cool. He looks just like the movie, which is the problem sometimes with characters based on movies where they don't really look like based on movies. But they did a... geez, Splinter, what the hell? Cooperate. You're holding this like for the longest time, and now they actually got you on camera, now you gotta start being fussy. But anyways, there he is. And as for the figures I'm going to open right now, first we're going to start with, of course, Donatello, which is the only turtle I haven't opened just yet. I already had Leonardo open before, and of course in the episodes, if you've seen them, we already got Mikey, already got Raph, so now it's Donnie's turn. And here it says, Donatello, inventor and weaponeer. Inventive and detail-oriented, Donatello may be the only mutant turtle that doesn't mind a little time indoors. After all, where would the Ninja Teens be without all his incredible battle creations? From the Shell Razor to the Robot Metalhead, Donatello's mind is just as sharp as the blade on his Naginata bow staff, which he uses once every whenever, right? So anyways, let's open him up right here. But yeah, Donatello's a cool character. What else can I say? Some people do think the crush with him and April is going too far. For me, in my opinion, I personally don't care either way. I mean, I don't know. Maybe some episodes shouldn't be too focused on it, but if you want to go that route, more power to them. It's just something different, and everybody is used to, like, April being with Casey in the past. I'm more used to April being single, actually, because in the old cartoon, she never really had anyone. She was just a news reporter. She was basically, literally married to her career. So, I mean, for me, it kind of took me back when I read the comics and stuff and found out that she was supposed to be with Casey, you know? Even like in the old 90s movies, like in the first movie she was with Casey, but then in the other movies she just looks single. Okay, so we got Donnie out. And as you can tell by now, the turtles themselves seem to be just pushed in by pressure. It's the weapons and stuff that are usually held back by tape and everything. So here's Donatello, and yeah, we'll do a close-up of him in a few minutes there, of course. Alright, so here's Donatello. One thing you gotta notice is that, I guess compared to the other turtles, he's a little loose. Like his articulation joints or whatever are kind of loose. It's just probably just a figure I got. But yeah, he can raise and lower his legs. He can open and close his arms and all that stuff. I'm not sure if yeah, he does. He has like the knee articulation too and everything. But yep, here's the full detail. Here's the place to put his staff and his expression. And of course, one of the things Donatello had in the cartoon in this version is that he has a gap in his teeth, but since his mouth is closed in this version, you can't really see it. But let's put his staff in here. There you go. So yeah, I don't know why he does seem... Oh, and the legs can even do this now. That's interesting. Okay, but anyways, yeah, he does feel a bit looser than the others. Don't know why. But yeah, here's Donatello there with his staff. And that's probably like a good pose for him and everything. I'm not even looking at the camera. I'm just like posing the character right there. So now for the more newer characters, these are the newest bad guys. I mean, this wave was just released not too long ago, or at least as of now, as of May 2015. You know, but like I said before, Bebop and Rocksteady are officially in the series now, and yeah, they're pretty cool. I found Rocksteady once, and then the other, like a couple of weeks ago, I was super lucky to find Bebop, because they're just hard to find. They're very hard to find. The more newer bad guys, like these two, and Razar, and the Baxter Fly, I don't really care about him though, they're kind of hard to find, so when you find them, get them, you know? So here's Rocksteady, the rock-headed rhino. Mutated by Shredder from Steranko to Rocksteady, he swears allegiance to Shredder and agrees to team up with his partner in crime Bebop to form the dynamic duo of Bebop and Rocksteady. Our heroes need to use extreme caution when dealing with this mutated rock-headed rhino. He is the brains and brawn of the Bebop-Rocksteady partnership and could deliver quite the feast to Shredder, where the main course is turtle soup. So yes, so this guy actually appeared in the first season of the show as the Russian arms dealer that works with Shredder sometimes. And yeah, he would appear in another episode or two before he would finally be mutated into Rocksteady. And yeah, it's a big change, you know, because the other Rocksteady were basically street thugs in both the cartoon and any other comic book version, adaptation, whatever. And here, he's a Russian arms dealer, so, you know, he's not like a dumb, incompetent guy. In fact, he was the one in charge of Bebop, literally. Bebop was a hired master thief in this version. So they're basically working with Shredder because they're forced to. He turned them into monsters. They got nowhere else to go, so they're forced to. So they're not exactly fiercely loyal. They'll, you know, try to backstab them and whatever to live their lives free as fast as they can. So of course their personalities are different because Rocksteady does act more like his, you know, Russian dealer self, complete with Russian accent and everything. And one of the funny things is that while most of the bad guys hate like their nicknames, even Bebop's like, man, don't call me that, my name ain't Bebop. Rocksteady was like, oh yes, I like it, the Rocksteady. Let's be called Bebop and Rocksteady now, you know. Okay, so here's Rocksteady, and one of the things you notice, he might look a bit like older and everything compared to previous versions, but this is because, of course, as Steranko, he is like this older Russian guy. Another difference you might notice, well, I don't know if the figure captures the detail, but he has a glass eye in the cartoon before he mutated, so of course that carries over. And yeah, his outfit though looks very different from when he was human, but he does wear this big black coat thing when he was human, so for all we know, he could have been wearing this under it, you know. But one of the things that's a little lazy, the usual lazy paint jobs, the stuff here, this should have been painted gold too, because he had like these gold brass knuckles, so this should have been painted gold to stand out. And, you know, it just looks weird, all the same gray color. And as for his weapons, he has, I guess you can say it's kind of stereotypical. He has the hammer and sickle because, you know, he's Russian, get it? Like, that kind of thing. And I think his brass knuckles did have like the hammer and sickle. Oh, come on, you guys, cooperate. Why are these weapons hard to put in? Give me just a minute here. There we go. Hope he didn't get too scuffed up. I guess that's just how he is. Okay, so yeah, so he has the, I'll put that more in there. There we go, and just make it, there we go. So he has a hammer and sickle here. They can kind of move the hands here and there. They don't have like the whole open arm articulation. It's just pretty basic and everything. And yeah, it's a big difference though from him attacking with a hammer and sickle compared to the guns and stuff. I think in the cartoon he actually does have an arsenal to fight with because again, he is a weapons dealer, you know. But yeah, and of course in these more serious cartoons now, they're not so incompetent. They do play up the fact that he's a damn mutant rhino, so he's damn strong, you know. And 80s cartoon, I mean, besides being incompetent, they were basically pretty damn weak, so that kills it. But here they really do play off the fact that he's a big armored rhino. And finally, like I said, it took me quite a while to find Bebop. I found Rocksteady. I was lucky to find him once, but Bebop was not there. I finally found him, so let's continue here. And like I said, this time he's more of a master thief and everything, and he's a lot skinnier too, and he has all this weird Tron technology stuff and invisibility suit and everything, so he's very different compared to the past version. Bebop, pig-headed mutant. Master Thief Anton Zek is mutated by Shredder into a wily warthog for trying to steal a legendary helmet. Given the option to either serve Shredder or be destroyed, Bebop, as he becomes known, swears allegiance to Shredder and teams up with his partner in crime Rocksteady. Why can't I pronounce this? To team up with his partner in crime Rocksteady to find Karai and hunt down the Turtles. Ninja Turtles better beware of this big-headed mutant. He has the ability to turn invisible, is equipped with X-ray glasses, and has unlimited gadgets that make him more than just a formidable foe you want to take down the Turtles. So yeah, so that's one thing about him. In this particular version, Bebop isn't so much of an actual fighter, like to get down and beat, kick your ass or whatever. He's more of like gadgets. He has all these bombs, explosives, sticky stuff. He could like cling to walls with his gadgets and everything. He can turn invisible, and of course he's a break dancer. So sometimes he kind of dances left and right to dodge moves, and he does the whole Michael Jackson and all that stuff. So it's just a very, very different characterization than what we're used to also from Bebop. And he was hired by Steranko to steal Shredder's helmet and everything. So he's kind of sort of like a subordinate to Rocksteady. They're kind of sort of partners, but he still kind of takes orders from Rocksteady. And, they might become more equal because now that they're both mutants, they're both kind of stuck in the same situation. They're both now forced to work for Shredder or else, and stuff like that, so they might change. But the dynamic is different, and I guess if you want to say he's the one that's a bit more incompetent, but not in the same way, not in the because I'm a big dumbass like in the old cartoon. He's just more silly. He's just I guess you want to say he's like the Michelangelo of the bad guys in that term. He's more about being cool and sly and all the woo and all that stuff. He's more, Oops, another bomb spell. I'll get that in a bit. Yeah. Alright, so... Oh, cool. It even has a little wheel thing in the back, so you can just roll on back like it does in the cartoon. That's... Oh, even the... That's cool. Well, anyways, yeah, I'll get more details on him now when we do the close-ups. And then finally we have Bebop, and... Wow, he's pretty skinny. Wait. And finally we have Bebop here, and he's pretty skinny, and oh, he does have the articulation where you can actually open his legs and do the arms. Yeah, the arms open. That's weird though. So I guess like the thinner characters have more articulation than the characters that are big and bulky. That's interesting. Okay, but one thing that I did note, well, here's more of a 360 on him and everything. Yeah, but this is the part that got my attention. He has this wheel thing here, and he also has the wheel things here on his feet. So I guess kind of like in the cartoon, he can actually roll along his back like he does sometimes. I don't know how well that works though in the toy, but he actually has that. That's pretty interesting. And yeah, and the only thing he came with were just these little bombs here. He has a little grenade here and things like that. And another similar bomb. Just give me. Because, yeah, he's also, like I said before, he's more about gadgets and things like that. He's got a little gadget here. The noticeable thing is that there's a, I'm not sure you can see it, there's a Z on there that, of course, stands for Zek, which is pretty cool. They got names now. They're not just Bebop Rocksteady. They're Ivan Steranko and Anton Zek. But, yeah, those are all the characters here that we got so far. Now for the main question, can they stand? Well, Splinter, of course, got the feet spread out, and they're pretty large feet, and unfortunately, you have no choice in the matter. That's just how they are. You can't really move them up or down. But luckily, he has lots of support. The feet are big enough. The tail kind of helps. If by chance, the cane can also help. So yeah, he stands just fine. Yep. It takes a lot to knock him down. Donatello's kind of weird. I'm not sure. Like I said, my version of the figure was a bit like lighter and stuff, but it looks like he can stand just fine. He does have the same big feet and everything like the other turtles do. And like I said before, the bigger the feet a character has, as long as they're kind of balanced, the easier it is for him to stand. And Donatello's still standing. That's pretty cool. And, well, Rocksteady's a bit weird. He does have these, like, hoof type feet now. And, yeah, it looks like he stands. He doesn't look like he's going to be falling down anytime soon. The only thing is that we're lucky, though, because his legs are pretty weird. They don't really move that much. There's only so much you can do with the legs. So it's like if he can't stand in his default position, you're basically screwed. But, yeah, he looks to stand just fine. He does seem to be a little bit wobbly though, but yeah. Now for the one that might cause the big problems. Bebop here does seem very loose, very light. I don't know. He seems a bit top heavy, which is bad because of course all the weight goes up and he's not balanced enough. And I don't know. It's just maybe, yeah, hold on. Maybe let's do him like that. Come on, you. Okay, maybe do it like that. He'll stay standing. As for his weapons, I really got no idea how I'm gonna put him in his hand, and these are awkward weapons. I mean, I don't know. They should have probably had some hooks or something. Some hooks or something here. So, oh, the bomb also has a Z on it. I don't know. They probably should have had something so that they could just stick onto his things on his sides or something. I don't know. But yeah, he's going to be the problem. But I think that if I spread his legs kind of like that, which sounds bad me saying it, but that should help him stay into place. And this is weird. Like, Bebop, you're like the first male character that has problems standing. Usually the females like April and Karai, since their legs are so thin and their feet are so small, okay, there you go. Maybe that works. Maybe that works. But still, Bebop does have standing problems if you don't position them just right and everything. But that's them. Alright guys, now it's time to see the turtles in the display case here. We got Donatello with the rest of them. So now all four of them are together. All four against the world. Just bring it on. We got this complete set here. As for the bad guys, we got Bebop Rocksteady here with Han and all the other bad guys. And what you need to notice is that just look at how tall Han is compared to these guys. And Rocksteady is supposed to be a bit of a powerhouse. And even Dog Pound. Dog Pound's a pretty big figure, like in terms of how like wide he is, how bulky he is. But Han is still taller. That's still, like, damn, that's pretty impressive there. And, so yeah, here they are. And as per Movie Splinter, he's here with, the Mirage version of Mikey. As you can tell, I have to kind of move things around a bit. We got Piccolo in front of the Turtles because, well, who can mess with the Turtles now? Now that we got the Namekian Warrior protecting them, and the Ghostbusters car, I guess. But, yeah, that's the characters now. And, only time will tell where I'm going to fit and squeeze in all these other characters. I still got a couple more bad guy characters, too, to introduce. But, yeah. We'll see how it goes. See y'all next time for more Ninja Turtle unboxing.